unshakable spirit. Today's story is number 8, page 17. Feeling puffed up with vanity leads to hell. The following story is taken from the literary classic Essays in Idleness by the medieval Japanese priest and scholar Kenko. A legendary saint by the name of Kume sailed freely through the skies, riding on a cloud. There were no airplanes in those days, so it must have been a thrilling experience indeed. One afternoon, he looked down complacently on the world below, where a river ran quietly through the broad Yamato plain. Squatting on the riverbank was a lovely young woman, humming as she did her washing. With no one else around, she had pulled her skirt up comfortably, and her knees were spread apart. Though Kume was a man of great spiritual discipline, the sight of those bare legs was too much for him. Forbidden, lustful thoughts rose one after another in his mind. Just then, he lost his magical powers and plummeted to earth, never to fly again. He founded a temple on the spot and devoted the rest of his life to asceticism. Of course, no one, not even a sage, can possibly ride through the sky on a cloud. This is a metaphor for self-conceit, for the attitude that looks down from a great height and boasts, "I am an enlightened sage." Nothing is so dangerous as conceit, which causes us to look down on others for any of 100 reasons. I'm rich. I have a PhD. I'm the company president. I'm gorgeous. And so on. Until Japan was defeated in World War II, the nation was full of conceit, puffed up with the conviction that they were a divine race. The Japanese annexed other countries and ruled them. The result was the ruin of the country, an infamous descent into hell. People can climb a mountain peak, but they can't stay there long. Let no one forget that being carried away with your own self-importance is the beginning of hell. Okay, so this is today's story, which I think it's a very powerful one and a reminder we need like constantly, because it is human nature, the ego that we have, and we get puffed up with vanity. Without our knowing, we take pride in our looks or status as a company president, or having a title like PhD, or wealth, or anything. And once we take pride in it too much or excessively, and then boast it and make it as a reason to look down on other people, then that starts the way to suffering. Hell in Buddhism means a world of suffering that's created by the mind. People will start moving away from us. They begin to dislike us if they notice that we think we are better than them. Even if we might be better in some aspects, ultimately speaking, at the core, we are the same. We're all human beings who are born, who suffer, who have some joy, and then we die. It's the same. And even if we are better in some skills than other people, it's not inherent in us that we had those skills. You know, many people supported us, our teachers or coaches, our comrades with whom we could practice, and they supported us. They helped us reach the height of success. So it's just an illusion to become boastful, thinking that, oh, I'm such a great person, look what I can do. This attitude, because it antagonizes the law of cause and effect, and it goes against the law of cause and effect, every time our mind goes against the law of cause and effect, we have to suffer, because this is law of cause and effect. Buddha teaches it goes through the 3 worlds: past world, present world, future world. It permeates all times and all places. It's everywhere. So not to go in alignment with this law, naturally we have to suffer. It's like the road is paved for us, but then we keep going off road and then we fall off the cliff and then we wonder why we suffer and we get hurt. So constantly listening to Buddhism and reminding ourselves every effect we have now, good or bad, is the result of causes and conditions that have come together to produce the effect we have. If it's a good effect, we become full of gratitude. Thanks to this person, thanks to that person, thanks to the Buddha. We constantly become filled with gratitude and joy. Why me? Why am I so blessed? Why is my life preserved when we hear so many bad news? Why me? So instead of asking why me in a bad sense, it becomes more positive. But even if bad things happen, we have a bad effect. A bad effect comes from either a bad cause and a bad condition or both of them together. So what can I do to remove the bad cause and separate myself from the bad conditions? The more we think in this way, the more empowered we become, the less we suffer. And we realize this is why I was born a human. This is my purpose of life and everybody's life's purpose. And what a rare blessing to be able to awaken to this truth. Yeah. So it's such a rare blessing, and I'm so happy for all of us to be here. Certainly, this recitation meditation is helping us contemplate on these issues and let the answers unfold in front of us steadily, slowly but steadily. So good job, everyone, for being here. Today is Friday, so we're going to have Purpose and Meaning Lab at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, most likely hosted by Rick. And have a beautiful Friday. Bye.